Hello and good evening. I'm Don Arleth and you're watching Ukraine Brief on TVP World. Today is day 1,311 of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. We begin with Russian attacks across Ukraine in the past 24 hours, which killed 3 people and wounded 11 in 2 regions, in Kherson and Kharkiv. Russian forces launched 154 attack drones, with Ukraine's Air Force intercepting 128 of them. The remaining drones and falling wreckage struck 10 locations. This morning in Kherson at approximately 5:30 a.m. local time, the city came under heavy attack from Russian aviation. According to local reports, around 6 fighter jets bombed Kherson, dropping more than 15 bombs in a little more than over an hour. The strikes damaged an administrative building and around 70 houses. Later, at around 10 a.m., artillery opened fire and shelled central Kherson, killing a woman and damaging houses, cars, and a public bus. Several cars caught fire, and an apartment took a direct hit.
I ran into the bathroom. After the strike, I'd come back out and sit back in the armchair. When I heard the bombs again, I ran back into the bathroom, and then the explosion happened. It threw me into the bathroom. The smoke filled the room. A piece of concrete was lodged in the armchair where I had been sitting. If I hadn't gone for the bathroom and stayed in the room, I'd already be dead. The whole room was covered in debris. Everything was destroyed.
In the Kherson region, Russian attacks killed 2 people and wounded 8, damaging residential buildings and critical infrastructure. In this footage, you can see an FPV drone striking a scooter driving on a road near Afipsky in the Kherson region. The attack killed 2 men, aged 45 and 68, according to the National Police of Ukraine. Over the past 24 hours, Russian forces struck the Donetsk region 7 times, causing damage to residential areas. No casualties were reported. In the neighboring Kharkiv region, 10 villages were hit by Russian attacks, wounding 3 civilians and damaging private homes. Yesterday, Sumy came under heavy attack from Russian drones striking various parts of the regional center, damaging civilian infrastructure and private property. The International Atomic Energy Agency reported that a drone was downed and exploded about 800 meters from the perimeter of the South Ukraine nuclear power plant in the Mykolaiv region overnight. A statement from the agency's Director General, Rafael Grossi, said that the IAEA team were at the site and was informed that 22 drones were observed in the plant's monitoring zone late Wednesday and early Thursday, with some flying as close as 500 meters. The UN's nuclear watchdog said on Thursday, once again drones are flying far too close to the nuclear power plants, putting nuclear safety at risk. Ukraine's South Nuclear Power Plant is one of the country's 3 operational nuclear power plants. Its 3 reactors are currently generating electricity at full capacity. More Ukrainian sanctions on Russian oil. Ukraine's military says that it hit Russia's Afipsky oil refinery in a drone attack overnight. Ukrainian drones struck the Afipsky oil refinery in Russia's Krasnodar Krai, a key facility supplying diesel and aviation fuel. This attack is part of Ukraine's intensified efforts to disrupt Russian energy supplies and is a follow-up on a similar strike on the same refinery in late August. Oil prices rose in Russia on Friday amid escalating Ukrainian attacks on oil infrastructure, prompting Moscow to suspend fuel exports until the end of the year and causing fuel shortages in Crimea. In the wake of Ukraine ramping up its attacks on Russian oil refineries and export infrastructure since August, the situation for Moscow has radically changed, prompting the Kremlin to ban gasoline exports until the end of the year and consider restrictions on diesel. Over the past few days, gas stations in occupied Crimea have either stopped selling gasoline or raised prices. Videos on social media show long lines of cars at gas stations in Simferopol, Sevastopol, Alushta, and other cities. With many stations running out of gasoline, the fuel crisis seems to be hitting both ordinary Crimeans and local businesses. Despite that, Sergei Aksionov, the Kremlin-appointed leader of the government in Crimea, said that the gasoline shortage is temporary and supplies will arrive very soon.
Due to the fact that some of the plants are not working, we have problems with fuel. The situation is guaranteed to improve with 95-octane fuel in 2 days, and within 2 weeks the issue of 92-octane gasoline will be solved. There are no problems with diesel fuel, there is enough of it.
However, a video that surfaced recently tells a very different story. Also, earlier today near Smolensk, a truck drove into a railway crossing and collided with a train carrying fuel. Russian authorities claim that the incident near the Belarusian border may have been caused by sabotage. Investigations are currently underway.
Well, that's all for Ukraine for now, so stay with us for more here on TVP World and tvpworld.com. If you ever miss Ukraine Brief, you can also check it out on our YouTube page. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.